everyone hear me?
Thank you, Amy. This is Amy with a little boy.
Hello, everybody. It's good to have you all here this afternoon, tonight. Tonight's menu is a very summery menu because it's really, really hot. So you'll find quite a few refreshing different things that we are going to show you this afternoon, so we hope you'll enjoy. First up is the juice. We are doing a kale, apple, mint and pineapple juice. It's a very refreshing drink, and it's a really good way to get your greens, because to eat a stick of kale, it's not terrifically appetizing, but when you juice it, you don't even know it's there. So first off, I'll turn the juicer on. We go through the soft, leafy things first, so we'll start with the kale, we'll do the mint second, we'll do the pineapple, and then the apple kind of pushes it all through and gets the results. So bear with me, I'll get some noise happening. So when you do your greens, it's got to be on quite a slow one, so you get the maximum amount of juice out of it. And then we'll do our mint. Couple of pieces of mint right down the bottom. So you'll see there's not much of it, but it's really highly concentrated in there. I'll just turn the juicer up a bit more for the apple and the pineapple. Now, if you want to add more mint, if you want to add more kale to it, if you don't mind the taste, go for it, because it's really, really healthy. So you'll see that just a few ingredients makes quite a lot of juice. And that's pretty much it. So to this, if it's really hot, add some ice. It makes it really lovely and refreshing. Like I said, you can add, if you don't like pineapple, leave the pineapple out, but there we have it. Now, it is best to drink it straight away, because you'll see over the evening it will split. If you do it in the morning and want to drink it later, give it a good stir. Also, if you like it, want to have like a slushie, and you've got a really good Vitamix or a good blender, fill it up with ice, put the drink in it. Your kids will hopefully love it, and they won't even know that there's greens in there. So I hope you'll enjoy it. We'll bring you around a taste, and hopefully you'll not hate the greens too much. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Wow, can you imagine how many vitamins in this? Looks good. So if you can pass the microphone to next. Thank you, Amy. Do we have another server here? There's nobody else. Okay, looks like Lydia is coming out for the next.
I'll just switch this stove on so I can get it sorted out. How are you all? Good, nice to see you all back again. I'll just get myself sorted out here, so it won't be long. Who is familiar with millet and quinoa? Is anyone here that's not familiar with quinoa and millet? Okay, I shall pass these around. The names on the bag, they're very similar, and you can make a mistake and pick the wrong one up because it's easy to do. Have I got this microphone? I have no idea. I just got it from Amy. Is that on now? Hello? I mustn't be loud enough. Okay. Can you all hear me okay? Okay. All right, I shall pass these. If you can just pass it around and you can just see what it's like. Sometimes people have made a mistake, and I had one lady that said to me she was cooking and it was kind of dark, and she grabbed what she thought was quinoa, and it happened to be sesame seeds. So it's very easy to get mixed up. And but today I'm going to demonstrate to you something that's really nice. It's a good food, and yet you can have it with a salad and it'll make it a good meal. And it's going to be the quinoa and millet patty. And this can be prepared and it can be frozen if you like. Sometimes what I do is I prepare part of it the night before and put it in the fridge, because we're going to cook up the grains first. And I'm going to do the millet. I'm making a half portion here to demonstrate for you. So what I will prepare here will be half of what you can get on that recipe that you have in front of you, okay? So, and I'm going to put the 2 grains in a saucepan. I need the water. It's here. And then I'm going to wash it. I always like to wash my grains. So give it a nice wash. And because it's so fine, if you try and take the water out, it's all going to go down the sink. So just use a fine sieve and pour it through the sieve, and then you won't lose any of the grain because it's very small. So I'll just pour that, and it doesn't matter if you tip it all out, and then you can just put it all back in again. Now that's ready to be used. And in that I'm going to put some cauliflower. It says 1 cup of cauliflower in your recipe. Just chop it up however you like and just put it in. And 3 cups of the liquid stock I'm using today is the Marcel liquid stock. But as I shared with you before, whenever I make steamed veggies, I always keep the water. Or if I ever boil any veggies, I keep the water and I freeze it. And then you have your own stock. You won't have to buy one. But if you want, you can buy the liquid stock. And I put 3 cups of liquid stock. I'm going to use the half cup measure here, but you will have a full cup. So put 3 cups. And on your recipe it says 1/4 cup of mushroom seasoning. Now the mushroom seasoning that we use is, instead of salt, it just gives it a little bit more flavour. And it's a packet that looks like, it's not here at the moment. I'll get it for you in a minute. But it looks like little pellets, and it's made of mushrooms and salt. So I'll just put that in there, and then what we do is we bring this to the boil. Put it on the stove, bring it to the boil. When it's boiling, turn it right down so that it simmers. Okay, it'll take about 40 minutes, half an hour to 40 minutes for all the water, all the liquid to be absorbed. Once the liquid's all absorbed, then you can actually put it aside so that you can use it to make the patties. Now that's what it looks like when it's cooked. So we won't have to wait 40 minutes for this to cook. I'll just leave it there, and I will work with the one that we've already cooked. Okay, so into that, I need another saucepan please to fry up the onion. Thank you. I'm going to saute some onion and some garlic in a little bit of olive oil, and that will go into this, as well as some parsley and a half a cup of rice flour. Now, this tofu patty is 100% gluten-free, so anybody that's allergic to gluten, they can have that it's not a problem because I'm using rice flour and cornflakes crumbs. So I'll just pop that on the stove. Is everyone enjoying the warm weather? Yeah, it really brings summer home, doesn't it? Summer's really coming home. Thank you, Rosetta. And we'll just let that saute. That's on, isn't it? Yep. And once that's sauteed, we put it into our mixture. Now, if your mixture is cool, it's hard. If you just cooked it, it's a little bit soft, okay? So we wait till it cools down to be able to use it, and then it's a lot harder. So while that's sauteing, I'll just add the other ingredients to the grains that I have cooked. And also my rice flour, I'll put it in there. This won't take long now because it's cooking well. Since we last met here, my daughter's had a little baby. You probably can see it around somewhere. Amy, her first little baby, and Benny's here collecting the... So I've got an extra grandchild, so I'm very thankful to God for that. So life's been busy. I'll just break that down a little. Now while that's sauteing, I'm going to tell you a little bit about a product called No Egg. Is anyone here has never heard of a product called No Egg? Okay, it's a product that's, you can use it instead of egg. It's like a white powder. And you put 1 heaped teaspoon of that product to 2 tablespoons of water equals to 1 egg. So if you're allergic to eggs, you can use that. That's sauteing nicely. Can you smell it? Okay. Did you get your drinks? Have you had your drinks? How did you find it? Thank you. Has everyone seen this? Have you passed it round? Thank you. It does separate, so if you do it a bit beforehand, you just have to give it a whisk. But it's extremely good for you. Greens are very, very good for you. So it's a easy, fresh recipe to make in summer. I need the mushroom seasoning packet and also the no egg. This is smelling really good. Now for the patties, I have made out the back, and I can tell you, and you can write it down if you like because it's not on your recipe. I made a garlic aioli. If you want to, I can print it out for next week and give it to you if you're coming back. If not, then if you can let the girls know your email address, I can email it to you, or you can just write it down. It's a very simple and easy. It's similar to the sour cream that we make, except, of course, it's got garlic in it. So it's got cashews. Probably I'd put 3/4 of a cup of cashews. So if you want to write it down, if not, that's okay. I'll have it printed next week. I was going to do a different sauce for you today, but then it was a dill sauce, and a lot of people said, "Oh, we don't like the dill," so I thought, "Oh, we'll go for the garlic aioli." Anyway, it's 3/4 of a cup of cashews and 1 cup of either water or soy milk. Today I've used soy milk. And you whiz that up with about a teaspoon of salt and about 2 large cloves of garlic, or if you like more or less, depending on your flavour, on your taste. And you whiz that up in a blender, and you slowly add the oil to it, probably about 1/4 of a cup of oil, and then the juice of 1 lemon last. So you pour the oil in very slowly, and then your lemon juice last. Now your onion's ready to go into this mixture. Okay. And now it's ready to mix it all up, and you can make your patty. And once we make our patty, what I do is I'm going to dip it into the flour, the rice flour, and then dip it into the egg mixture that I will show you, which is no egg. That's 1 heaped teaspoon of this powder, white powder, to 2 tablespoons of water is equal to 1 egg. So that's what I've made up, a mixture. And then I put it in, you know how you crumb things, you put it into the flour and then your egg mixture and then your breadcrumbs. Well, I'm using cornflake crumbs for that today because we wanted to make this a gluten-free recipe. So this is how it's looking. It's looking really nice, and you can formulate whatever shape you like. You can do round ones, or you can do oblong like a croquette, or however you like. Okay. How's that going? I need a little bowl so I can wash put water in my hands, please, Rosetta. Okay. Now, what I've used in that seasoning, I said to you, is mushroom seasoning. Now, the mushroom seasoning, the ingredients are mushroom powder, salt, and mushroom extract. Okay, so there's very, very simple. And it's a lovely salty flavour, and you can add it to stews, soups, or anything that you would like some flavouring to. Okay. And we have these items downstairs. And the rice flour that I'm using, I just bought it from the Indian shop, but there's rice flour in every supermarket. You can find rice flour in it. And it's a fine rice flour. You can get fine or a coarse. Okay? This one is from the Indian shop, but you can buy it anywhere. So to do this patty, because it's a little bit sticky, I will just dampen my hands slightly so that it won't stick, and then grab an amount and roll it as such, or you can do, like I said, you can make a croquette shape or whatever shape you like. Okay, and then I'll just set that aside until I finish all of them. I won't do them all here for you, but I'll just do a couple. And then I dip it in the rice flour. Okay. When your hands start getting sticky again, you just have to just dampen it again. Okay. Just do a couple more. Oh, we're doing not too bad for time, so that's good. Okay. The cornflakes crumbs gives it a really nice crispy out coating, okay? So I'm just going to wash my hands in here so I can... Oh, guess what I forgot to put in here? The tofu. Mashed up tofu, I did forget. That goes into that mix. But that's okay, your one's got the tofu in it, so that's all right. The beauty with these sort of things, if you do forget or you don't have anything at home, if you don't have tofu at home, it doesn't matter. You can do without it. It doesn't really matter. So you can just compromise, and that's what makes it more fun. Okay, now I'm going to... You can have a choice of either baking this, which is what we've done for you, or you can actually shallow fry it. Thank you. So when you do your no egg, you just give it a whisk, just like an egg, just to mix it all up, because it does separate. Now, if you want it thicker, you put less water. If you want it thinner, I've put a little bit more water in this, but you can actually put a little bit less and it'll be a bit thicker. And the more you whisk, the frothier it gets. Yep, just dip it in. That's it. Okay, so what we do is we coat our patty. I'll move this out the way so you can see it. Oopsie. So what I've done here, excuse me. What I've done here, I did half a mix, okay? So this amount is half the mixture that's on your recipe. It does approximately 20 of the size that you've got, okay? So it goes a fair way. And you just toss it in your rice flour. Then you do your egg mixture. You can use eggs if you do use eggs, but if you are allergic to eggs or if you're trying not to eat eggs, this is perfect. The no eggs perfect item to have. And then I just toss it in there. I'll just get I think Rosetta's gone to get me a fork. I usually have a tray here with all my utensils, but I left it out the back. Thank you, that's awesome. Thank you very much.
We're a bit short-staffed today.
Yes, we're very short-staffed today. We have a few people missing. And then just put that in the crumb mix. And then onto your tray, which I have sprayed it with olive oil. But you can use any of the oils, sunflower, canola. I prefer not to use canola, but rice bran oil. I use a lot of rice bran oil and sunflower oil. And this can be done ahead of time, and you can freeze it like that before you bake it as well. So that when you've got visitors and you want it really freshly baked, you can just take it out of the freezer and put it in the oven, and it's nice and crisp. Did you like them? Yeah? Would you have guessed what it was? I had somebody had one today and they said, "What is it? Is it rice?" I said, "No." I said, "It's millet and quinoa." And it's very, I love it. I really enjoy it. And it's something that's good for you and it's filling. Now when I bake it, if you don't want to fry it, if you want to bake it, just give it a little spray of olive oil before putting it in the oven. Or just sprinkle a little bit of olive oil, however you like. And it's ready to go in the oven. So that's, yep. I'll leave these here for you to see. Afterwards, you're welcome to come up and have a look. I just hope I don't take too much room of Amy will be coming out. Oh no, Rosetta will be coming out now to do a really yummy beetroot and spinach salad, which many people I don't like beetroot until they try this, and it's really lovely. So I hope you enjoy your evening tonight and enjoy all the lovely fresh produce that you can get this time of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. Hello, Rosetta. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. Rosetta and Vivian were all the way up north until today. And they arrived about 10 o'clock this morning, and here they are doing all this work. Isn't it amazing? Thank you, Rosetta, for being here. Now, if you switch your microphone on, you are ready to go. You're supposed to switch it on, otherwise we can hear you talking everything. Okay.
Hi, everybody. All right. Now we're going to have a delicious salad. Who loves spinach? Who loves beetroot? Okay, we're going to combine the two and make a really yummy salad. Very easy to make. You need a little bit of preparation because you need to roast your beetroot. So what we did, we diced it up very fine, really little pieces, put it on a tray, put it in the oven. Half an hour is all you need, till it's just soft, till it's nice. Turn it off and take it out and leave it to cool. You get a little bit of oil, put it on top of it, and it comes up nice and glossy from the oil when you put it on. You don't put oil before you bake it. After you bake it, then you put a bit of oil on. So then you're ready to go. Nice yummy beetroot. Very easy to make. But what I'll do also, before I put everything together, I'll show you how to make the mayonnaise, which is also really good. Okay. We've got to set this up a little bit here. It's going to make a bit of noise. Okay, can everybody see that or not? Maybe I need to put on the table. It's hot. So I can put it here. That's better.